everyone, and welcome back to another video tutorial. My name is Mark A, and welcome to Creative Coding. So in today's video tutorial, we're going to be looking at part 3 of the Android Studio tutorials. So in this tutorial, we're going to be looking at the split feature and doing some code. Okay, so let's get started. And so for simplicity's sake, I'm going to put a card up at the top of this video showing you either like there or there, showing you the last video just in case you haven't done it, because it's very important, because for simplicity's sake in this video, I'm just going to open up our old file. So by double tapping on that, we're going to be able to open our old file. So now once I'm here, it's just loading. And if you remember in last video, we learned about putting in buttons, backgrounds, and text. So now we're going to be learning how to do that, but in the coding part. So today's lesson should be around the same size, and it should be pretty easy to comprehend. Anyway, so let's get started. So first things first, we can actually just delete all this. And what we're going to do is, what I like to do is I like to put a mix of both. So I like to put a mix of code and split. So instead of just having, if you see here, you can either have code, split, or design. Design is just the UI, just like this. If you want code, you can click on code and it's just full code. But usually I like to do split. So if you click on split, you can see that there's 2 and 2 here, right? So that's something that I like a lot. And so what we're going to do here is we're actually just going to start off by working in the design. So when I click to this, I want to go to palette, and what I can do first is I'm actually just going to move my face cam to the side. And so when we click on button, I'm just going to close this widget. And so let's just add a button first. So to add a button, you can see that the code is fully responsive. So when I drag and drop a button, you can see that it automatically puts it into the code just like that. I'm going to constrain it just like how we did last time. And I'm going to center this. Or so, like 160 margin. You can put it wherever you want. But either way, just like last video, the button looks kind of ugly now. So what we're going to do is we're going to change everything about it. So first off, in code, you can see that we have our Android text here, right here. And this is basically like the syntax of the UI code. So we have Android : then whatever you have it, and then is equal to, and then 2 apostrophes, and then your stuff inside it. So here we can take this out, and we can finish that there. And so I'm going to press return or enter, and to start off, you're just going to write Android : and then text is equal to, and this is good practice to write Android text. Usually you just need to write text and then it autofills, but I would say just do Android and then whatever you need to do. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put in some text. So I believe that in the last video we put in the words creative coding. So I'm actually just going to put in creative coding, or we put in press for the button, but either way. So here's creative coding. And so great. So that's basically how you would add text to a button. So as you can see, the syntax here is it opens with a button tag. It ends with this tag. If you saw my HTML and CSS videos, it's kind of like that, close to that, very close to that. And they have Android IDs. This is why I prefer a split view, because I can add the UI and then change some of the code in the code part of this. So I would not recommend doing all the code in the code part, but doing some like drag and drop in design, and then coding some of the other stuff in your coding part. So now next thing that we can do is we can add let's add and this is like, it doesn't matter where we put it, but I want it organized, so I'm just going to put in under here, and I'm going to write Android, and if we remember, it's text size. So if we want the text size to be bigger, we can write text size is equal to something ending with DP. So we can write 30 DP, and as you can see, it got a lot bigger. Okay, I'm not going to go really much into DP, but it is basically like how you have PX, like pixels. DP is standing for something. I'll have to check on that. So next, after Android text size, what we have is let's just say we want the color to be white. So that'll be Android text color is equal to, and if we want, we could have, in later tutorials, I'll teach you, and as you can see here, I got an error where I put a colon instead of a semicolon instead of a colon. So in later tutorials, I'll be showing you ways to write code where you can just write an at and then color whatever you want. But in this tutorial, we're just going to have to put in the hex code. In like later tutorials, I'll be teaching you how to do that. That's a little bit more advanced, but it's still pretty easy. So right now, to have a hex color code, we want a white, and the hex color code for white is hashtag FFFF. But if you want to be a little extra like I do, it's FFFF. Yeah, FF. So 6 Fs, right? And now it's white. But now we want the background of this thing to be, let's call it, let's say we want it to be, yellow. So, actually not yellow, I'm trying to decide. So, I'm going to do an Android background, and this is how we change the background. And so so if we don't know, for an example, if we don't know the background color hex code, we can just go into design, we can just toggle into design, we can go and we can see into this right place, and if we see here background, we can change it to anything that we want. So let's make it a nice red button, just like that. Also, in the later tutorials where I said I'll be teaching you how to make it like so that you can call on something, which is like an at color / whatever, I'm also going to be teaching you how to make rounded buttons just like that. But let me just try something here. Android border radius. Yeah, never mind. So that doesn't work. So I'll be teaching that in a later tutorial with what I said I'd be teaching again. So that's basically how you'd create a button, right? So now I'm going to add a text. So here's why I don't recommend adding text. I'm actually just going to move this in the middle so it doesn't disturb anything, actually. Sorry about this, guys. But so what I'm going to do now is, instead of writing text like that, because you could always get it wrong by accident too, so that's a big problem. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave a lot of space there so I can scroll down, move this to the side. I'm really sorry about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add, go into split, text view, let's put the text, constrain it just like usual. And now if you ever get that, top to bottom to button top or top to button bottom, I would say top to button bottom because I want it underneath it, not on top. So I'm going to say top to button bottom, then constrain right, okay, left and right. Seem to not know my own letters, my own left and right, but that was just a mistake. So let's just change the text to press. Actually, let's change it to subscribe, because if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, alright? It helps me a lot. Anyways, after that, what we're gonna do is, let's just reinforce these skills by making it bold, stuff like that. So, right now, I encourage you to pause this and see if you can make it bold without making it in the UI and making it bold with the code. Change everything about it, make it bigger, make the color white, make the color black, make the color purple for all you want, make it the color red, make it whatever you want. Research hex codes that you like, research color codes. I encourage you to just pause it right now, this video, and just try out your heart here. Just like do everything you can, all right? Because it gives you good experience. So I assume that you've done that, and now that you're back, congratulations if you were able to do it. And so here's kind of the solution. So let's just say we want it to be red, okay? So we're going to change this to red. We're going to make it bold, and we're going to make it big. So let's give it a DP of like 25. So let's go Android text size is equal to, and I believe I said 25 DP. Yep, I said 25 DP. Android color, and it's not just Android color, that won't work. It's Android text color. And notice how there's a capital letter on the second one, but no capital letter on the first one. Next is Android text color. I believe the hex code is 00FFFF, if I'm not wrong, or maybe it's the other way around, FF0000. Yep. Okay, now what we have to do is make it bold. So this is what we didn't do in the button part, but this is how you do it. So it'll be Android text style. Now I know that sounds kind of weird because you could do like, it could have been like Android like weight or something, but it's Android text style, and you can do italics, autofills, you can do, but in this video we're just going to be making it bold. So bold, and just like that, it is bold. So basically that's it for this tutorial. So now you learned how to do some of this stuff in the code part. And so I recommend doing a split view, like just like this. Hopefully this helped you a lot, and make sure to keep on reinforcing your skills by trying out this stuff. Drag and drop code, do whatever you want. Make a simple UI app, right? Make something for, like, I don't know, make something about like dolphins, I guess. And yeah, that's basically it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Creative Coding out.